Hi, Aslo Recaps here. Today I'm going to explain post-apocalyptic action film called Mad Max: Fury Road. Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notification in less than 5 seconds. You got it? Alright, click the like button too and let's get started. Max Rokitansky is a survivor who is haunted by memories of all the people he has failed to protect. He is captured and taken to Warlord Immortan Joe's citadel, where he is imprisoned and used as a blood bag for Nux, a sick warboy. The world is now a desert wasteland as a result of societal collapse and conflict over resources. One of Joe's lieutenants, Imperator Furiosa, is dispatched in the armored war rig to trade goods with 2 of Joe's supporters in exchange for gasoline and ammo. Joe commands his army to pursue Furiosa after realizing that his 5 wives are escaping in the rig and enlists the help of Gastown and the Bullet Farm. A fight breaks out after Nux joins the chase while Max is restrained to his vehicle. With the exception of Nux, who tries to give his life to blow up the rig, Furiosa runs into a sandstorm and loses all of her pursuers. Furiosa burns their vehicle while Max frees himself and restrains Nux. Then, the next day, and so on. Then, the next day, and so on. Max reluctantly joins up with Furiosa and the women after trying to steal the rig but being unable to figure out the code to get past the kill switches. In an effort to murder Furiosa, Nux boards the rig as it departs. When Joe's army passes by, they pick him up after he is overwhelmed and thrown outside. A biker gang had agreed to trade fuel for Furiosa's safe passage across a canyon they controlled, but when they spotted an army approaching, they turned on her and she was forced to leave. The motorcyclists blow up the canyon walls to halt Joe, then chase after the rig, stopping only when the fuel pod blows up. Nux is able to board the rig and retaliate against Furiosa when Joe drives over the roadblock in a monster truck and catches up with it, but he trips before getting to the cab. While Angharad assists Max, she falls from the rig and is tragically ran over by Joe, who temporarily stops his chase. Capable discovers Nux in the rig hiding out and comforts him as he bemoans his failure. After midnight, Furiosa and Max use mines planted in swampland to impede Joe's men, but Joe's ally, the Bullet Farmer, keeps pursuing. When the rig becomes stuck, Nux comes out of hiding to assist in releasing it and joins the crew. The approaching Bullet Farmer is rendered blind by Furiosa, and Max then confronts him and follows up with weapons and ammunition. Max is informed by Furiosa in the morning that the picturesque place they are fleeing, the Greenland, is one she remembers from her youth. She yells her history and clan membership to a woman on top after spotting a familiar sight. The Vovolini, a group of only female clan members, are called forth by the woman, and they identify Furiosa as one of their own who was abducted as a child. The news that the green place, the swampland from the previous night, is now inhospitable and that there are only 7 Vovolini left infuriates Furiosa. In an effort to establish a new home, the group, minus Max, starts riding over a vast salt flat. Following a vision of a child he failed to save, Max catches up and persuades the others to turn around and take the undefended citadel, which has plenty of water and crops, instead of continuing on their current course. They clash with Joe's army and begin fighting. Toast is taken prisoner while Joe's forces lose many soldiers and 5 Vovolini. Joe moves in front of the rig to slow it down as they draw closer to the canyon. Furiosa, despite being gravely injured, attempts to help Toast and kills Joe as Max battles Joe's huge adult son, Rictus Erectus. When Nux sacrifices himself by crashing the rig to block the canyon and kill Rictus, the remaining brides and Vovolini move over to Joe's car. Furiosa receives a life-saving blood transfusion from Max. Upon hearing of Joe's passing, the citizens at the Citadel celebrate and dismember his body. Max and Furiosa exchange glances before Max blends into the mob as his friends are triumphantly carried to Joe's cliffside citadel. And that was how the movie ended.